James, on the back of the City of Sydney voting unanimously to drop the speed limit to 40 clicks inside the city. We know that's happening right around the country. It's certainly happened in my suburb. It's terrible. Residents in the Yarra Council in Victoria, they're up in arms because last night the council approved what's called a new bin tax. Now, this is a levy that will sit on top of what people pay for rates. The rates amount is capped in Victoria, but by putting this on top, it means they can keep lifting the bin levy. Of course, the bin levy is called business. That's what you pay your rates for in the first place. The idea that's an optional extra is crazy. A lot of protests last night. Have a listen.
People there clearly didn't want it. Many spoke out in opposition and giving good reasons why.
It was absolutely disappointing. It was I think before the meeting, it was a foregone conclusion.
The council has admitted they've got a financial problem and they're coming to us to fix it for them.
Now, James, this is a bit woke area of Melbourne, but they're being hit by cost of living like everyone is, and energy costs, etc. I think they're waking up to the millions and millions that is being mismanaged in that council and, as I said, not focused on the stuff local councils are there to do.
No, I mean, look, the old slogan, rates, roads and rubbish, that still applies. That is the core business of council. And people who don't want to do those things and think the councils are a great place for them to grandstand and play, at Indigenous recognition or foreign affairs, foreign policy like we have in the inner west here in Sydney. I saw, looking up this story, that Yarra Council was considered the wokest council in Australia. Well, maybe there's a hint in the problem. And, I'm glad to see people protesting because I think we need to see more of that when politicians abuse our trust, but also at the next election, they should all be kicked out.
Interesting today, Victoria's SCC, which is really a front for the renewable mob, they were out there today, Dan Andrews saying it's got to have federal money to make it a goer. That's certainly not what he said before the state election.